haben, würde ich sagen. Jetzt möchte ich erstmal so ein bisschen Story voranschreitend arbeiten, bevor es dann weitergeht. Ich glaube, da oben ist das Krankenhaus. Sieht ganz gut aus, dass wir da jetzt hinkommen. Ja, das war ja gerade echt doof, ey. Da würde ich einfach nur A für Gespräch machen und dadurch, dass ich fast gestanden habe, hat er auf Aussteigen gemacht. Das fand ich echt ein bisschen blöd. Dadurch hat sich die Story ganz anders entwickelt jetzt hier. Ich wäre eigentlich gerne mit denen zusammengefahren, weil ich gewusst hätte, ob die sich miteinander unterhalten. Naja. Egal. Hoffe ich. Ah, der geile Song.
Agent Morgan, have you no respect for rules and protocol? We were waiting for you, and now you try to go in by yourself.
Oh, George. I didn't see you in the parking lot, so I thought I'd wait inside.
Just watch it from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like inconsiderate people who think that they're above the rules. And I'm sure I've made this point clear by now.
Calm down, George. He probably just got lost on his way here and rushed in. Right, Agent York? Let's go inside then.
Die posen teilweise, ey. Im Regen. Der Hammer.
Hello, Sheriff.
Sommersprossige Fiona. Rezeptionistin des Krankenhauses.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne. Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl. And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Können wir noch weiter mit dir unterhalten? Dr. Johnson müsste im Computerraum sein. Wissen wir doch. Hey, Emily. Wieso? Was ist denn los? Okay, was haben wir denn hier? Ein Telefon zum Speicher? Where is the Computerraum? Da brauchen wir einen Schlüssel. Oha. Mit Schlüssel können wir hier eine ganze Menge erreichen. Boah, ey, wir müssen das auf jeden Fall nochmal alles irgendwann untersuchen. Noch ein bisschen was rausfinden. Ich meine, wir wollen ja auch eine Menge finden und erreichen, an Nebenquests erledigen. Bin auf jeden Fall gespannt. Das ganze Open World.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
there's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
Was? König zieht am Turm vorbei zum Läufer. Springer bringt den Bauern einen Damen. Also er ist der König. Was ist denn hier der König? Das ist der König, ne? Oder ist das der König? Ah, King. Turm. Zum Läufer. Läufer müsste... Das ist der Springer? Ist das der Läufer? Springer bringt den Bauern eine Dame. KTSLSBD.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple. Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
Magnetkarte für den Keller. So, wo ist denn der Keller? Der könnte überall sein. Vielleicht ist er ja hier schon direkt nebenan. Moment, wo war denn das? Hier. Der Raum wird benutzt, stören wir nicht bei der Arbeit. Okay, gut. Achso, da hinten wird der Keller angezeigt. Interessant. Okay. Ich würde mal gerne wissen, wo mein Status auch öfters mal angezeigt wird für Essen und Schlaf. Weil das würde mich eigentlich auch mal interessieren. Weil wir dagegen ja auch immer was tun müssen, ne? Irgendwann muss er ja auch mal ins Bett und ist müde. Irgendwann muss er aber auch mal was essen. Links noch ein Treppenhaus. Ah. Treppenhaus. Boah, das ist ein kompliziertes Krankenhaus. Krasser Scheiß. Aber wir haben es geschafft, wir sind da. So, was gibt's hier noch? Hier gibt's auch noch einen Eingang. Und da könnte auch was sein. Mal wieder. Leichen angucken. Regale zum Aufbewahren von Leichen. Die öffne ich nur, wenn es unbedingt sein muss. Muss sein. Da war doch vorhin ein A. oder? Es ist mit einem weißen Tuch bedeckt. Was sollten wir tun, Zach? Hopp auf! Schade. So, gut, dann erstmal wieder raus hier. Und dann der andere Eingang rein. Wird schon.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Usha Johnson, Doktor.
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means?
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Hannah's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that, or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. He watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Okay. Wir dürfen jetzt auch schauen. Spuren von Tropfen an ihren Augen. Sie muss geweint haben, bevor sie ermordet wurde. Die runde Stelle. Den Spuren zufolge hielt sie etwas in der Hand. 6 Stunden nach dem Tod wurde es entfernt. Das Objekt war rund mit einem Symbolrelief wie ein Friedenssymbol. Anna liegt auf dem Tisch. Die Füße sagen nichts aus, die sehen aber schon irgendwie eklig aus. Sie trägt hübsche falsche Fingernägel. Schöne blonde Haare, noch nach ihrem Tod wunderschön. Die Zunge wurde entfernt, sieh dir die Kante des Stumpfes an. Was? Schinken vom Land, na das passt ja.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Usha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate, yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
You'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something. There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Okay. Krasse Sache. Oh oh.
Hm?
Und wir sind wieder in dieser anderen Welt.
Zach, they're here.
Oh shit. Wir sind wieder in der anderen Welt gelandet. Darauf erstmal speichern. So, aber was genau wir jetzt in der anderen Welt tun werden, das werden wir dann erst beim nächsten Mal sehen. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye, bye.